Just gonna enjoy a game of Minesweeper, chilling. I know it looks complicated, but trust me, it's simple. So Minesweeper itself, it's like a language. And obviously, the more you speak the language, the more fluid you become. And so therefore, this is like an intellectual language that requires you to be good at deductive reasoning. How I would describe deductive reasoning is your ability to see reality beyond your current reality. And so, when you're in situations like, for example, you're watching the news, which they lie a lot, if you are not good at deductive reasoning, you will not be able to pay attention to certain details that are being conveyed to know that that didn't really make sense. You're going to be gullible. Naivety and stupidity are cousins. And you don't want to be in their family line. So even though you're home relaxing, you have to take time to improve your mind. It is one of the most powerful parts of yourself. Obviously, your spirit is the most powerful, but the mind definitely is second. It's like a god, but it's like a dormant god, a sleeping god. And you have to constantly work at summoning this god, getting access to this god. Anyway, this grid is complicated. And this is where the critical thinking kicks in. Somewhat intuition, somewhat probability, somewhat critical thinking. I'm just paying attention to everything. I'm seeing where the minds are and where they could be. So that's probabilities now. And I'm going to use my probabilities to make an educated guess rather than just click on whatever I think it is. Here is a mine, here is a mine, here is a mine, here is a mine also. There's some mines here, two mines here, mine here, one mine here. For sure. This 3 has 2 mines. This one only 1. This is 2 connected, so there's 1 mine here, 1 here. Potentially mine here, mine here. So the one that makes most sense to me right now is this one that has 2 mines. And so I think this one is a mine. So let me go ahead and click this. And it looks like I was right. So this is the mine. My educated guesses are not always correct. But because there were so many mines here, it just made sense for the mine to be likely to be here. It was basically 2/3 of a chance that the mine was here. I'll create a Minesweeper series so that way, you can catch up. But this is what I do on my quality time. This is very fun to me. I'm just a brainiac. I know you might think, oh, you're a geek. No, not quite. Just very intellectual. Someone who's very, very, very very interested in everything mental, from wisdom, knowledge, understanding, deductive reasoning, psychic abilities, intuition. Just everything mental just interests me. Anyway, so there's a mind here. Two minds here, so we solved that riddle. That's the one that I said that was 2/3 likely to be a mind. That's why I chose this. One mind here. Ah, looks like this riddle is solved. So there's one mind here, two minds here, so this is not a mind. And we can go ahead and clear that grid. One mind here. Boop, boop, boop. I'm going to teach you Minesweeper. But first you gotta understand the principles, what it takes to be good at it. It isn't heightened intellect as much as it is just determination and willpower. And like most things in life, if you just have the will to win, then you'll win. But if you give up because you don't know, then you're not defeated by the situation. You're defeated by your own lack of confidence. And so what you have to understand is that reality first exists within you before it exists outside of you. And so if you think you can, then you will. But it's trial and tribulation. It isn't going to be simple as an affirmation. Anyway, I like this playing Minesweeper and dropping some nuggets. So, yeah. You guys have a good day.